Hey guys, welcome to the homestead. Today we're in the kitchen. We're going to be doing a couple of things, but one of the things we're going to be doing is she is going to make, what do you call this?
Well, I kind of don't have a title. It's like a fran, but I have to look that up. It's like a French fran eggy.
I kind of think it tastes like cheesecake a little bit, but it's really good. It's not too sweet, but it's got a little bit of sweetness, and I really like it.
Yeah.
I said, you got to make a video on the recipe.
Yeah, he was super excited because I'm gluten-free and both of us don't really do carbs. So we do 1 meal a day. We don't do carbs, do we?
Not really, not a lot.
And so this is a dessert. So we were both super excited because it hasn't got any sugar. It has stevia. And I know a lot of people out there don't like stevia.
The stevia we use does not have that horrible aftertaste.
Yes.
And we've talked about this other times on the channel.
On Patreon as well.
On Patreon,
particularly, yes. So we're super excited that it's like actually healthy.
Yes.
It's eggs and flour, so yes, it's carbs, but we're really enjoying it. And I guess you can put anything on top of it. You could put berries, because you went wild berry hunting.
Yeah, I picked some berries.
With your gun.
Because there's bears, and this is blackberry country with bears. You always take your gun when you're blackberry picking.
It's brutal out there picking berries. Belly danger.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so.
Anyway, so we're going to get started on this recipe. You're going to like it. I think it's fantastic. And I'll let her walk you through that. And then.
Come back at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to come back just to taste.
Okay. So to make this recipe, it's very simple. I am not someone who bakes. And if I can do it, you can do it. I actually originally found this recipe online. I adapted it slightly to be gluten-free, number one. And also I put yogurt instead of milk from the original recipe. And I use stevia instead of sugar. So what I'd like to explain to you is how to make it. What you're gonna need is a 1-to-1, if you're gluten-free, which I am. Use the 1-to-1 baking flour from Bob's Red Mill. I've found in my gluten-free journey, which has been a very long journey, that these guys are the best. Bob's Red Mill is delicious because I've found a lot of gluten-free flours and stuff. They just taste yucky. There's also GMO, it's certified non-GMO, so that's always a bonus, right? So you're going to need 1 cup of flour, and then you're going to do a cup of yogurt, and then we're going to do 4 eggs. So putting in 4 eggs, that one went everywhere. So from 1 stick of butter, you're going to take about that much. And while that's melting, I just wanted to let you know, you may be wondering why we're using store-bought butter. I like the Kerrygold Irish butter because when I was living in Ireland, my dad and my whole family on my dad's side was Irish. His mum and his dad is full-blown Irish. So when I was living there in Ireland, I really loved the Kerrygold butter. And I found, even though we make our own butter here on the homestead, I'm reacting to the good butter, but my body's okay with a store-bought butter, which makes no sense. Probably it's just less inflammatory to my body because it's not as fresh as the ones we make. So this is an example of the butter that we make, and we put it in this butcher paper because it's the non-toxic butcher paper, like proper butcher paper, not anything that you buy that's claimed to be toxic-free parchment paper. And so I cook the boys' food in butter with this butter, and if I'm going to have any butter, I use the Kerrygold butter. So I mentioned that Zach went wild berry hunting, and these are wild black raspberries, which I find fascinating because I never knew you could get black raspberries. So they're slightly tart, but they're on the property, and what you could do with this tart is you could add berries on top. You could almost make like a chocolate topping of some kind, like a icing or something. You could really add anything you want or eat it plain, which what we do. So any kind of berries on top with fresh cream or something like that. I'm really looking forward to using fresh cream. I would love to put some cream on top, but I just find it really delicious, even just eating it as a snack completely by itself. As that butter is still slightly melting, I just wanted to talk to you about how we clean our cast iron pans. So we have quite a lot of them, but what we've decided to do is, rather than using a lot of paper towels, I created this yesterday, and we can just keep oiling it, because as you probably know, you don't put any soap on it. As soon as it's really hot after you've finished cooking, you put water in it and scrub it on the actual stove. So you're scrubbing it with like a wooden spoon or something with a tissue underneath it or something to get the residue off of that meal. Then when you've sort of got that with the hot water that's going on the thing, you can wipe that out, which we'd probably just use some kind of tissue. But then when you go to oil it after it's clean, you can use a metal scrubber as well with water if you really need to. But when it's clean and it's still hot, you put oil on it and you rub it over it. And so this will be our oil rag, so to speak, to keep our pan looking and lasting. So we've got the butter that's melted, and I'm just pouring that wad of butter in. Again, I'll give you the correct measurements. Then I've been experimenting with the amount of sweetener that we like. And I used 1 dropperful last time, but I'm actually thinking that 2 dropperfuls of this stevia, which is our favorite and is my favorite because it hasn't got any natural flavors in it, which can be like code word for anything that they want to use. So natural flavors has got no natural flavors. It's just legit vanilla. And it's alcohol free. I don't drink, so I just prefer like the non-alcoholic taste. And so stevia with vanilla, so it's NuNaturals brand, and I do 2 dropperfuls. 1, 2. Then we go ahead and mix it. So it's getting slightly hot in here, and we're going to turn the oven on to 450 Fahrenheit, which is going to make it even more balmy. So we'll turn that on, but what you want to do is you want to put the pan in with some butter. Again, a sizable wad of butter. So I would normally use around about that much. So a fairly decent amount. And you're going to put that in the pan. And what you're going to do is just drop that in. Here I am sounding like I know what I'm talking about. You're going to turn the oven on and put the pan in with the oven as it's heating. So I've just turned the oven on to 450, and we're going to straight away put the pan in. When it's reached 450, we're going to quickly pour this batter in that I've used a fork to whisk to get all the clumps out. And that butter that has melted in the pan will make it non-stick. So this is always risky when it comes to cast iron pans, but I know you can do it. I'm still recording, but yeah, go for it.
I mean, they can see us putting milk in.
So this next part is going to have to be quite quick. So when you have reached 450 in the oven with the pan heating up with the oven, you're going to grab the pan out and quickly pour this in. If you're using milk, it will be much more runny, but I'm using yogurt. So as soon as it's reached 450 and clearly you haven't burnt the butter, you're going to quickly put that on, and then you're going to quickly pour this in and return it to the oven. I I like to just quickly spread it around a little bit. And what you'll see is kind of a consistency like that. Not perfect, but it will be when it comes out. So once you've popped it in the oven, you're going to wait for basically between half an hour and an hour, depending on your oven. I know that sounds like a really large range, but last time I found it took about an hour, whereas the first time it took half an hour. So you're obviously just going to keep checking it and poking it, as you know, with a knife or a little skewer to figure out if it's cooked all the way through. What's going to happen is it's going to be quite spongy inside. It's almost like a consistency of like a flan, a French kind of egg tart. Is the thing that's coming to my mind. So I will research that and make sure that's correct, but it's kind of custardy inside. So you're looking for a custardy consistency inside. You're not into it today, are you? Okay. Be into it. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are we gonna say? I think it's ready. So it's looking a little bit weird. It looks a bit more puffy than normal.
It looks puffy?
Yeah, that's what she said. Sorry. Sorry. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm just going to grab it out of the oven and we'll see how puffy it looks.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, it does look a little puffy.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll go down.
I think it will go down. So this is what it looks like. It's slightly crusty on the outside. Lots of bubbling hot butter. And
it smells amazing.
Well, I'm so glad you think so.
It smells like a great dessert.
So this is what it looks like. Can you see how it's kind of like a crust? That's my mouth. It's watering. It's gets super hot. So I'm just going to cut. Okay, it smells amazing. So if you can see the consistency of that, it's like, oh, it's
hot.
It's hot. It's definitely hot. But it needs to be eaten, I think. It's gonna be really hot.
Yeah, I kind of like it cold.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I like it really. I like it.
You like it warm?
Yeah, I like it really warm.
If it was me, I would eat this cold. She likes it warm, but like for me and my piece, I'll probably put it in the fridge and let it cool down and then have it like tonight.
We have date. Okay, so let's talk about date night real quick. Without fail, my glasses. You can't. Okay, is it this way? My glasses. Without fail, we have date night every Thursday. So tonight's date night. Mm-hmm. And so Zach very kindly makes me a meal because I hate cooking.
I love cooking.
And he loves cooking. So he makes me a meal. But tonight we're going to have a super duper treat because we don't normally eat dessert. So we're going to have this.
Tonight we'll have dessert.
So it turns out really good.
Yeah, I'll put mine in the fridge and I'll have mine at dinner.
But he's had it before and he loves it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that.
It's good. Try it at home. Okay.
Oh my God, we're both not into it.
I know.